Our region's business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in us all. Now, here's your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, uncovering your inner Janoon and how neuro-emotional coaching can prepare you for business and life success. But first, a bold new initiative to put our region at the center of the material science revolution, and it's focused on the former Seagate building in Pittsburgh's Strip District. Razi Imam is the author of a book called Driven. We'll hear more about that in a moment, but more importantly, for the purpose of this segment, he's founder of 113 Industries in our region. Welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for the time today.
Yeah, let's start with what 113 Industries is.
113 Industries is an interesting company. What we are trying to do is take discoveries from universities and commercialize them and move them into companies that are regionally based here, especially in advanced materials. So our focus is to rapid prototype discoveries and move them into commercial products with connecting with the companies that are here already.
Okay, and a real material science focus? Are we that much of a hotbed for those types of technologies and innovations?
Totally. About 50 years ago, Pittsburgh was, as you know, the center of vibrancy in all metals and materials. And when we study this region, we find that this region has three major assets. First of all, it has universities that are creating one of the top discoveries, according to National Science Foundation. Some of the best discoveries in advanced materials are coming out of our region. We have public companies, we have private companies, we have Fortune 500s in advanced materials. And the third, we have the talent, we have PhDs, we have people like Mark Kreider, who are part of this area. And the key to us, through all of this, is that advanced materials is now going to become the next big industrial revolution. Because everything we do, starting from the cars we drive, to the cell phones we use, the energy we use, everything will be touched by a new type of material.
And the idea here is what, your company will go out and comb all the research that's being done. There might be research that's sitting on a shelf somewhere that hasn't been able to find its way to market. You'll try to identify that and make that happen?
Exactly. We're working with companies locally that are looking for innovation, new product expansion, new product extension, and we work with them to understand and identify what would give them the maximum advantage in the competitive marketplace. We then go out and identify which discoveries. We start with the regional universities and, of course, United States-based discoveries and even the world. And we identify those discoveries, work with the professor, get them out of the lab, get them into a commercial prototype, so that the main point is the companies that are based here could take them into production and create manufacturing jobs.
Which, of course, are great jobs, high-paying jobs.
High-paying, high-tech manufacturing jobs. So one of the key things is we're working with a local gem. We call it a gem because people generally don't know about this. They are the R.J. Lee Group. They're a local company, 200 people, 25 PhDs, all in advanced materials. And with them, we're working on this idea, trying to figure out how can we make Pittsburgh a cluster economy of advanced materials. And
that's where the Seagate opportunity comes in, right?
Exactly. We actually did with R.J. Lee is the lead. They are the absolute one of the greatest companies that I know in the local region that is taking the lead in on this. They are focused on and helping with 113 Industries. Together, we are trying to create a code name. We call it AMBER. And AMBER really is a loose form of statement which stands for Advanced Materials. We do business creation, education, and research. Okay? So what we are trying to do is we have this asset called the Seagate building. Seagate building, according to our understanding in North America, is one of the finest research facilities in the region. Now, we can take that building and convert it into an office space and pull out all the great lab space that we have. We have clean room space at level class 10, class 100, class 1000, class 10,000. We have different levels of clean room space. And we have an infrastructure over here. So we have this building which has been vacant for the last 2 years. So what we are trying to do is bring together advanced material companies to move into this building and start a cluster of advanced material companies. Because if that happens, and the same facility also provides education for workforce training, also provides research for advanced materials, we know that Pittsburgh would become the economic vibrancy of what is needed in advanced materials, basically.
Well, it's a great vision, and you've been getting some publicity recently about it. I mean, what's sort of the next step in making this vision a reality?
Well, what we looked at the numbers, we realized that in the next 7 years, we would be in the range of about $54 million to make this happen. Given our current partners that we have, I think between all of us, we can get up to $34 million. So we're short by about $18 million. But that is important in the sense that if we want and move into the Seagate building, the idea stands alone by itself. Like I started my meeting, and we had this big conference on the 21st where we had 18 elected officials, we had senators, we had congressmen over here listening to the concept. And the concept was, it's not about the building. It's about creating jobs, advanced manufacturing jobs over here. And I think if we all got together and created an advanced materials cluster, we could all move into this area, into the strip area. So imagine the strip district area where Seagate could be the main building where we all move in, but then clearly it can only house 250 to 300 people. This idea has the potential of creating 700 direct jobs, 600 secondary jobs, so almost, 1,300 jobs.
Wow. Well, it's an exciting concept, and hopefully one we're going to hear more about.